Seen the Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
'52's the mic, boys. 52. Hey! Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
20. Mike, 45.
Throwing on second down. Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards.
Gun. I got you, son. Show it up.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. New Mike, 52.
On first and 10, Newton. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here, too.
Yeah, just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it second and 12.
180. 59. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. You go 8. You got that right there. 20. Shit. Don't take. SOS.
Newton. He gets it to Thomas. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
59 mark. Check. 59. 20.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
When you get your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Again, Newton. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Great. Check back 45.
They snap it to Newton. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Olsen. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
Gun. Motion out of the backfield. Motion out.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 6-0 our score after 1.
That's the the score Panthers 6. Falcons nothing.
Ready, Blue 80! Blue 80! 54! I'm coming for you, son! Get up!
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
Come on, baby, let's go! Base!
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Freeman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Panthers' 45-yard line.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And the catch is made by Justin Hardy. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Oh, design run for their wideout. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Loss of 7. It's 4th down.
Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on 4th down.
Hey, South! Banjo! Banjo! Banjo!
So that'll back him up 5. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. A big pickup there. 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 20-yard
Bud! Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go one more. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
On 2nd and a couple. Ryan. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Hey, Tuesday.
On 3rd down, Freeman. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now Ryan. He completes it to Jones. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
21. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run here with Freeman. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
54, stop! Rush in, rush in, rush in. Go.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman taking it in as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
And that set up everything in the end result, the short touchdown run. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there. So that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
8. Gun. It's just me.
Out of the gun, Newton. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. Newton on first down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
25! 54! It's been a long day for you. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Let's go.
Now Ryan on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
The The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
45. Mike, 45.
Gun.
Mike, 45. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Big Dan.
Great.
Come.
What is it?
Here's Newton. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter.
Ready? That's it, ready?
All right, T, let's go. Back two, Mike. Mike, back two.
From the 50, Newton. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you feel
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. Third quarter starts with a run by Freeman. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Looking to throw on second down. Ryan. That is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And that'll make it third down. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 31 yards there and a first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Now it's Freeman. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Space. Go now. Hey, watch that. 20. 54. Mike, 54. Hey, Haywood. Mike, 55.
On third down, Ryan. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds a man right there. Here's Matt Bosher now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You're down on the scoreboard, and this is not what you want to see, 99 yards of field in front of you.
Yeah, and it just shows how important a good punter can be.
Accelerating, and off he goes. 30, 10, touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 99 yards. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front.
And when you're thinking about your opening drive in the third quarter, you're thinking about exactly that, putting together a drive. But instead, what did we get?
Big pass downfield, touchdown. I thought, okay, just sitting back in my chair, let's get eased in, a couple runs. No, boom.
Yeah, forget the body blows, folks. Let's throw the big shot right now.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on.
He's got a man, complete. He's at the 30, past the 20. Yeah, he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 66 yards.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. Freeman a first down and more. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Crew able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Check. Fresno. Great. Express.
On 2nd and 9. Newton. Thomas has got it. Complete. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Newton now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
Get that ball. 52's in my face.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatch.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. It's Desmond Trufant.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. They find some open field here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
2nd and 7 at the Panthers' 33-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, express!
Alert 3.
A 20th carry now for Devontae Freeman. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
3rd and 6.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6.
Let's get off the field.
Ryan. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they